Hey y'all,
I'm Lisa.
are you? And I'm Megan.
And we're the Sassy Southern Stitchers. It's been a little while, maybe not even that long, but apparently this week I'm forgetting everything. Like our intro and what day of the week it is.
I don't even know. What is today?
It's Thursday. No, it's Friday.
It's Friday.
It's Friday. So we're here for our special Q&A video.
Yeah.
Is that
Quick
what we're
video
calling
in
it?
between our regular video. Our regular video number 5 will be next week. We'll record that next week and talk about our plans for the coming year and all that fun stuff.
I don't think I'm ready to plan the year yet. I'm trying to get there.
I'm pretty much planned. I'm ahead of the game
know
this
you
time.
are. So ready.
For the first time ever.
No, I'm not ready. So, how was your Christmas?
It was good. We just hung out with family. No trip this year, so it was a little bit more laid back than normal. The kids, of course, are spoiled, so they got all the fun things, and we haven't really done much, just this, that, and the other. What about you?
Same, no trip this year. So, oftentimes we go to Michigan, where Tyler's family is, and this year it was just hanging at home. So it was quiet, no rushing off, no packing. That's kind of nice.
Well,
but it was
no
fun.
Packing yet. I've kind of been getting ready to pack for Stitch Away.
Stitch Away is going to be here before we know it. I am excited about that, but that is so much easier to pack for us. That's just packing for myself, not the boys too.
We're loading the covered wagon down.
Yes, the wagon. The covered wagon. I thought you said COVID. And I'm like,
No, hell no.
No.
Oh, heck no. Sorry.
My bad. Edit that out. Okay, so should I prompt us with these questions? We had lots of viewers leave us questions. Thank you so much if you did. Some of them are stitching related. Some of them are not stitching related.
I think we're gonna wing this by the seat of our pants, so please, bear
just
with
like
us.
always.
We're Southern too, so some of us we might get long-winded a little bit. I don't know. I haven't really seen many of the questions, and
we didn't plan out answers, so what comes out comes out.
Yeah, there's no re-record. And if you hang with us, we're also gonna have a special giveaway at the end. We'll talk about, so that's gonna be fun.
Super cute new item here to give away.
Yeah, we're so excited.
I won't spoil it. We'll keep it a surprise. So, let's just start. I'm going to just jump around because some people gave us multiple questions, but I'm just going to kind of jump around, keep it interesting. Yeah, that's a great idea. Great idea. Let me mark off what we are answering. And some people ask the same question. So, do you have a favorite designer? I'll just give you a really hard one to start with.
Favorite designer. So, I would say probably, that's such a hard question to answer. There's so many great designers and patterns out there, but probably what I've stitched the most and completed the most in years past would be like Priscilla from Stitching with the Housewives. Her older patterns, the bigger ones that she used to do primarily, I've stitched a lot of those. Plum Street. And I'm really in love with this coming year. I'm going to do a lot of Emily Call and Erin Elizabeth patterns. So those are, my taste have changed since I started stitching. So
yeah, I was thinking. I did read through the questions before Megan got here,
so you're cheating.
I cheated a little. Well, I was just thinking about, that is such a hard question to answer because there's so many good ones like Lizzie Kate. Love to stitch her patterns. Bent Creek. I've stitched a lot of Bent Creek. Silver Creek.
Yeah.
I feel like I could just sit here and name 100 because I don't really think I have one favorite, but I just have a lot of favorites. There's so many good ones.
Yeah.
I love to stitch Plum Street as well, and Little House Needleworks. Stitched a lot of their patterns too. So
that's a hard question.
So many cute ones.
Many. Yeah.
So many great ones. So someone asked, do you have a favorite stitchy spot in your home?
Well, primarily in years past, I have a recliner in my bedroom by my bed. Unfortunately, due to my health concerns in years past, being outside of my bedroom for a while was a hard thing to do. But now that my health has gotten better, I've been able to migrate to the living room some. So I go in between my recliner in the bedroom or the living room and there, and the kids enjoy me being in there more. So that's always fun. But that's one of those two places.
Yeah, same. I usually camp out on the couch with I have a little round table with my Stitchy box. And then that just kind of migrates with me. Sometimes I take it upstairs. For Jingle Ball, I set up at my desk upstairs. So I've kind of used that a little bit more since Jingle Ball than I normally would have. But yeah, mostly I just sit on the couch and stitch. I go back and forth. We have a love seat and a couch, so it depends on who's manning the TV, where I sit. Bingo might not be able to get in. We'll see how that pans out. Okay, so do you ever travel to one another's home to just stitch? Or do you just stitch together at the library and the Stitch Niche?
Uh-oh, puppy dog stuck.
I know, hang
Pause.
on. Pause. Bingo wants to be in the video now. So do we ever travel to one another's home to just stitch, or do we just stitch together at the library or Stitch Niche?
Primarily just when we stitch together, it is the library, Stitch Niche. We will meet up sometimes if our husbands are on our nerves. We'll call one another and go to Starbucks.
Don't give us away.
Those are fun. That's like therapy.
We have had a Stitchy day over here at my house.
Yeah, for your birthday.
For my birthday, we did that. But yeah, we usually are going somewhere. Starbucks or Stitch Niche. We've stitched all over the country together at retreats. So, yeah.
Everywhere out east, at least. We're headed west this year for the first time. So,
I'm so looking forward to that. Oh, this is a funny question because I just got a drink out of this. Lisa, what are you drinking in your big cup? It's always water. Very boring. I'm drinking water. Hey, that's good for me. Megan, do you have any pets?
I have 4 kids. No, I'm just kidding. I have 2 cats. Mimi and Dixie, and one is about 8 years old, and the other one's about 4. Mimi's pretty grumpy, and Dixie, bless her heart, she's got some medical conditions, so she's, got some issues, but we all love them, and that's it.
And they know I have pets. I have Bingo and Blanco, 2 Chihuahuas. Sir barks a lot, and I don't know what the other one is.
Tiny Pants.
Mr. Tiny Pants. He barks a lot as well. How much time do you get to stitch each day?
On average, I try to at least get 30 minutes in before bedtime. It just helps me wind down. If I don't get to stitch, I feel like I am just on edge, unfortunately.
Mrs. Grumpy Pants?
Yeah, my kids are probably like, I wish she'd go stitch something. But no, on average, I at least try to get 30 minutes in. Some days I can get a couple hours, and some days I don't get anything.
Yeah, I would say it totally varies. Most days I stitch. Most days. I would say, actually I wanted to count that up because I actually kept up with it in my book of days this year, and I wanted to see how many days I stitched and how many days I didn't. There weren't very many days that I didn't. Actually, this week, though, I missed 2 days because Mom and I got out a big, giant jigsaw puzzle, and I was, focused on that.
I can't. When I get a puzzle out, I, hyper-focused. I don't want to do anything else except that just jigsaw puzzle. Yeah. They're hard to walk away from.
But some days I stitch 30 minutes. Some days I stitch 8 hours. Depends on what I can get away with, right?
Yeah.
Whose home do we film in? This is my house.
Lisa's house. We talked about that whole situation, and unfortunately, when I bought my home, I fell in love with the floor plan, and that's been 13 years ago, I guess, almost. And we were actually going to buy the house across the street, and the contract fell through at the last minute, and I was devastated, and I had already told my husband. In my mind, I had mentally prepared where the furniture was going by that point, so I was so upset, basically. So they ended up working a deal with us and selling the lot across the street at a discount. So I said, well, I want the same floor plan. So I don't know, maybe the excitement set in. So, long story short, I didn't pay attention. We don't really have very many windows in like the living area space. They're all like in the bedrooms or the side office. So, everything in my house is pretty dark. My parents always say it looks like a mausoleum in there, but I don't know. So, my next house will have big, brighter windows. It just.
I wanted big windows. This house has a lot of windows. Actually, I was trying so hard to not use this tissue, but we're in the cold season.
Well, and we have the mountain cedar starting, so that's.
Curse the cedar.
Yeah.
So we lived before we bought this house, we had a house that was like a 1950s ranch. And so it had lower ceilings and, not as many windows. So when we moved, I was like, I definitely want a lot of windows. So this house actually, the back of it faces the east. It's kind of south. Which direction is that? The back of it kind of faces the southeast. So it's really got a lot of great light, especially in the morning. I love that. So I think that's what you were getting to, is that why we don't we don't film at your house, is that it's dark.
It's dark.
I was like, wait a minute, where were we going with that story? So we probably won't ever film at Megan's house, but maybe. I won't say that it's never going to happen. What else? Beach or mountains?
Beach or mountains? So the beach for me usually consists of too hot weather, and with my issues, I can't do a lot of the heat, so that one's out. And the mountains, I can't breathe with my lung condition, so I'm going to say the lake.
Oh, that's a good one.
I'm going to say the lake.
Move it to the lake. That's a great idea.
We like to crappie fish and catfish and all that, so I'm a lake girl.
Definitely the mountains for me. I would go to the mountains a million times over the beach. I don't know why. I guess because I don't really like sand that much.
I can remember the first time we went to the beach, and Beckett was maybe 5 or 6, and I remember him getting out, and he said, I hate this place. The sand is gross. So we won't ever take Beckett back to the beach again.
The idea of the beach sounds fun, and it's so relaxing, and I love to hear the ocean, but I don't really like the sand. I don't like to get in the sand. I guess I'm cranky pants. Me and Beckett, we get along. Okay, coffee or tea?
So I've never really been a coffee drinker until this year. I really started drinking the peppermint mocha iced coffee. I'm an iced coffee. If I drink any coffee, it's iced coffee. It don't matter how cold it is. And I usually only just do 2 shots instead of the traditional 3 that come with it. And I'm a light blonde roast because coffee's really bitter to me. It's never really been my thing.
I love coffee. I drink coffee every day. Every day.
I like chai tea. And then, of course, if I go to a restaurant, it's always, I want the
Iced
sweet tea. And every time we get up north, and they say, we have unsweet tea, will that work? No.
I'm the unsweet tea drinker.
It will not work.
I can't do sweet tea, but I know so many people in Texas love it. It's too sweet to me. When I accidentally get the sweet tea, I'm like, make a face. Hotel or RV?
I don't know. My parents drug me around my whole life when I was younger camping. Of course, back then it was tent camping, so I hate camping. So really an RV is not. It's still kind of camping as well.
That sounds
but
campy.
It's better than tent camping. I'm going to say hotel just because everything's cleaner and,
Yeah, I feel like lately when we go on vacations, we do VRBO, which is fun. My mom and I took one big RV trip, and I was just cracking up because the entire time I was just like, this thing is so small. I could never live in a tiny house. Then, like, every time I was like trying to go somewhere, I swear she was standing where I was trying to go. So I don't think I don't know. I like camping and I like going to the mountains, but I don't think I could, well, I guess you don't have to live in an RV anyway, but it's just very cramped. It's very cramped. I'm an only child. I need my space. So I guess hotel for me too. These are some what are your favorites questions.
Okay.
So what is your favorite movie?
Young Guns.
Ooh, that was real fast.
That's my favorite movie. Young Guns and Dazed and Confused is number 2.
That's hysterical. I would have never guessed that.
I
Now,
know
Young
both of
Guns,
those word
yes.
for word.
That's a great movie. I love that one too. My favorite movie is Field of Dreams. The boys would tell you that I would always say that. There's so many great movies, but I could watch that one and never get sick of it.
What's your number 2?
Well, my dad and I have watched American Graffiti a billion times. And I don't know if it's just because we've watched it so many times, but like we're always quoting the lines from that one. So that's another one that I just don't really get sick of.
Watched American Graffiti during COVID. That's the first time I'd ever seen it.
I think you need to watch it again.
Now I'm going to need a tissue. Sorry,
Good.
guys.
Good. I'm so glad I'm not the only one that had to wipe my nose in the video. So, favorite TV shows?
Oh, goodness. I've seen everything under the sun. I watch all genres of television. I like crimes and documentaries and all that. But as far as TV shows go, top 3, I'm going to say Sons of Anarchy, Downton Abbey, and I don't really know a third one off the top of my head. Sons of Anarchy, I've seen front to back
I'm
so
trying
many
to think
times.
of a show that I've heard you talk about, but I can't really think of one other than Sons of Anarchy because you were surprised that you liked that so much.
Oh, yeah. I actually made fun of people when they started watching like a stupid motorcycle show. And when I got into it, I was like, this is the best show ever. And Jax is just so good looking.
Eye candy there.
Yeah.
So favorite shows. I have watched start to finish Gilmore Girls. I think I'm on my 4th time of watching it straight through. Plus I've watched The Year in the Life and I think that show is really cute. I'm actually getting so excited about the mystery salve for the Gilmoreisms that's about to come out that I signed up from Forbidden Fiber Co. So I can't wait to see. Yeah.
I watch a lot of stuff on the BBC. I love British comedy. Mrs. Brown's Boys, Miranda, Keeping Up Appearances. I'm kind of corny. It reminds me of my grandmother, so I think that's why I like all that British comedy.
I watch a lot of baseball, as you know. That takes up a lot of my TV time. Tyler and I have watched all of Grey's Anatomy. Like, we're current on that. We've been watching... we just finished watching Ted Lasso, and that was really a good show.
I've been wanting to watch that. I haven't done
I
it
think you would like it. It's British, a lot of it, so yeah. Favorite type of music?
Oh, girl. You know with me that music is my passion. It's nothing to get in the car with me. We're going to go from Sinatra to Stevie Wonder to System of a Down to Selena to Shania Twain to
Bluegrass.
Anything. We're going to listen to it all.
True.
I love all music.
She loves it all. I like a lot of different types of music too. I would say top favorite music genres are going to be country and rock. Oh, great. My son's game box chattering. Game box. Xbox.
I think my favorite genre is probably anything. 80s is the Cars.
What gets us singing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything
Ooh, I
I
like
can
the
just
Cars.
sing to.
For sure. Do you have a favorite song?
Oh gosh.
I know
well,
that's
I'm
really
not,
hard.
There's so many favorite songs, but I can say that off the top of my head, the top 2, anytime it comes on, Stevie Wonder, Superstitious, I'm going to be jamming. And then when I was younger, and still to this day, even my boys know this, if Neon Moon by Brooks and Dunn comes on, they better have me on that dance floor. I didn't care. I didn't care what the guy looked like. If that song came on, I was pulling somebody out to dance. I love that song.
That's a great song. That really is. I can't think of a specific song that I'm just like, Will! This one is like to live with a tween
trust
boy.
me, Cutter is just as cool.
It's okay. He's getting a little amped up about that video game. I couldn't name a song. I don't know. There's so many I love, but I don't really have just like a favorite one that.
I'll tell you who we're not going to be listening to in the car with me.
Oh, I know the answer to this. Oh, wait. Shoot. Rascal Flatts.
And what's the other one?
Oh.
It's another band.
Maroon 5 you do
Those
not
are
like.
them. I don't like Maroon 5 or Rascal Flats.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan.
See, you got that figured out.
She played that, I think the first trip we were on when you were driving, and I was just over there staring out the window
She's
like,
oh,
please,
I don't like
hurry
this.
up.
It was so funny. Favorite book? These are some, like, deep...
Favorite book, top 2 off the top of my head, Where the Crawdads Sing. I'm not much of a reader. I wish I was. And the other one is like a book about food and stuff, and it's called Skinny bad word. But it is worth the read. If you ever get a chance to read that, I couldn't put it down. It's really quick. It's not very long, but it's very informational about food, the food in our society.
I always tell people one of my favorite books is The Devil in the White City. It is suspenseful. It's a mystery. It's not a mystery. You know who the killer is, but it's just, it keeps you hanging. Like, you want to you can't put it down. But it's also historical fiction, so I love historical fiction. I would say that's my favorite genre, but I always tell people you got to read that book. I also loved The Fountainhead, and I don't know, so many great books.
I'm more like a middle school reader. I've read all the Babysitter Club books well, you know, I guess when I was older, I did like, who is the lady who does the ones that are like, all of them are numbered? Oh, Janet Ivanovich. All her, take 1 for the money, 2 for the, all those numbered. I like all those.
My grandma is an avid reader. She probably has all those. Favorite animal?
Favorite animal? Well, my spirit animal is the sloth. How's that? It's kind of like me.
Feeling slothy?
What about you?
Favorite animal? I don't know. And I feel like Will asks me this a lot because he's such an animal lover. I think I always say dogs. I think a dog is my favorite animal. We can ask Will and check back later. Do you have a favorite family recipe?
Family recipe is going to be my mom's, well, my grandmother, crawfish etouffee. You know, I was born in North Louisiana. I'm a Louisiana girl. Love my Cajun food. So I would say that one off the top of my head. I requested for all my birthdays. And
get in on that. That sounds really good. So my grandma always made fried okra.
As long as it's not slimy, I can eat fried okra.
Oh, so good. I love okra. I'll even eat it slimy. Okay, favorite dessert?
Texas chocolate sheet cake.
Cake, she says.
Or bread pudding.
Oh, I
without
love
raisins.
bread pudding. Can you make me some that's gluten-free? So I'm gluten-free since been about 7 years, I think. So that kind of puts a damper on some of my dessert fun, but I do.
They're coming out with a lot more options though, because you know, with Alexis being gluten-free, I've really dove in as well, trying to learn more recipes.
It's all about just hacking it. Baking is tough though. Baking is tough. Okay,
you can't think of one off the top of your head at all?
Dessert? I just like them all. That's the thing. That was something that made it really hard.
No.
Rice Krispie treats are not my favorite though. Very favorite. I love cheesecake. I don't know. I like cake. I like pie. I don't like sweets. It's probably dangerous. It's probably why I need to go on a diet. Okay, let's change the subject now. Go to fabric count.
Well, a year ago I would have said 28. Now I'm 36.
36, she's going to say. I think my sweet spot is still 32 count. I think that's like my favorite to stitch on. But I jump around a lot. And lately, I just jump around to all sorts of things because I like the texture or the color or whatever it might be. But I would say 32. Favorite floss colors?
Floss colors. Well, I'm going to say anything purple, Halloween purples. Stitching with purples with Halloween. What about you?
I really love that Battleship Blue from Color and Cotton. I don't know. I just love all color, so I don't really have like a very favorite floss that I just always want to use. My favorite color is this color that's like the color of my walls, that kind of
Aqua.
minty green aqua color. But I actually found a floss that's similar to that. What is it? It's a classic Colorworks green. I'm trying to remember what it's called. Lemongrass? I like that color. That's pretty. Okay. Favorite vacation place?
Oh gosh. Well, with the kids, normally we like to do Universal Studios and all that kind of stuff. If it's just me going on vacation, I would say the retreat in Kansas at the barn.
She's about to say a retreat.
Yeah, that's the barn in Kansas. That's the most relaxing retreat I've ever been to.
Take me to the mountains. I don't care where. That's my favorite place to go. Someone else already asked us that. What's your favorite season?
Fall.
Hands down, fall. Fall is my favorite too. Do you have a favorite board game?
Yahtzee.
Ooh, she flew out with that one.
Yeah, it's so funny. My parents usually get the kids a new board game every Christmas or whatever. And I'm getting to this point now, I guess it's an age thing. I don't want to learn new stuff. I feel like there are too many instructions with some of these things, and I can't. I don't know. It's an age thing, because I don't want to learn all these new do this and do that. If it's not classic and I already know how to play, I don't really want to learn, to be honest. I know that sounds, you're supposed to keep your mind going as you age, but
we have a whole shelf of board games over there. We play a lot of board games in our house. We really like that Ticket to Ride game. That's fun.
We have that. I've never learned to play it, but
it's easy. There's not too much.
I'm a math person.
To learn.
I can read in numbers better than I can read in words. So if
that
it's
one's
math,
about strategy. You you plan routes, so it's fun. Favorite childhood memory?
Oh wow!
I know. I didn't think of one, even though I read this earlier.
Well, I mean, you have many childhood memories from everything you do with your family and stuff, but
your grandma teaching you how to cross stitch.
Yeah, but I would say, trying to think of something maybe like funny memory.
I think of like my cousins all getting together for Christmas. I mean, obviously we just had Christmas, so I was probably thinking about this recently, but just like listening to old records, and we would listen to like Alvin and the Chipmunks and just like silly. I thought that record was so fun, and just we just giggle and laugh. And
I think one of the funniest childhood memories that I can think of off the top of my head, this might be a little long-winded story, I'll try to tell it quick. My cousin Mindy and I, like I said, I was from North Louisiana, so West Monroe was where I was born. I grew up in a little town called Downsville. And all my family, when we moved to Texas, still lived there. So we visited there all the time and whatnot. But I guess Mindy and I were probably about 12 and 13, maybe, somewhere around that age. And my Mama Wiley would say, we could talk her into anything. She would say she wasn't going to do it, but we were pretty good at... She loved us. She adored her grandkids. So it was pretty easy for us to talk her into anything. Anyway... She said, we had wanted to eat lunch, and she said, where can I take y'all? And we are not going to McDonald's. And we were like, well, we want McDonald's. And she's like, I'm not going to McDonald's because every time we go there, they tell me to pull forward, and I hate that. So she just whatnot. So anyway, we went to McDonald's, and what happened? The little boy told her to pull forward. And boy, that just set her off. So we waited and waited and waited. And about that time, she had had enough. So she gets out of the car. And of course, us preteens were mortified. We're like, oh my gosh. So I can remember sitting in the back seat of her Ford Taurus, peeking over the back glass of the things. And we were just like dying, Oh my gosh, what's about to happen?
What is she doing? What's
We
she
thought she's going to go inside and give these people a piece of her mind because she was not shy when it came to that. Well, she did not do that. She walked up to the drive-through window and told that car to hold on a minute. She said, "You wait right there." And she opened that drive-through window, and she was a big lady, and she was in there telling them, "You're going to give me my food. I'm tired of waiting," all the things. The lady in the car was like, "You tell them, Granny." And I remember my cousin and I were just dying, and I will never forget that. But then she stepped in a big wad of gum, and so that was strung all over the place, and we were just, oh Lord, I will never forget that.
You were rolling, and Granny was ticked.
I was rolling and mortified, all in the same thing. But it's just one of those memories that we won't forget.
You won't forget that. Nope. We won't forget you either.
And I don't think that we ever talked her into going to McDonald's again after that.
That was it?
That was
the
it.
end of that. We always wanted to go to McDonald's too when we were kids. And play in those.
Germ-infested.
But I know. Now think about it. Grosses me out. All right. How many kids do you have?
4.
I think we already
Plus
answered
1.
this.
My husband.
I was like, did you adopt and I didn't know about it? I just have one child. One boy, Will. We talked about pets already. What do you do for a living or your spouse?
So me, I'm a stay-at-home mom now. I did medical billing up until 2015 and worked for a cosmetic surgeon, a dermatologist practice, a large practice in Fort Worth. And then they outsourced our jobs, and at the same time my health took a nosedive, so it kind of was for the best. Everything happens for a reason. I live by that. And so I was able to, thankfully my husband's business, he owns a small trucking company, so his business was doing well at the time, and so I was able to come home and start working on my health issues. So I've been home since 2015.
Stay-at-home mom. So I have a degree in interior design. And so you could say I'm a designer. I won't say I retired from it because certain clients can still pull me out of retirement. But when Will was born, I definitely took a step back. I had my own business, and it's a lot. It's a fun job, very rewarding, but it's just a demanding job as well. So I was doing a lot of kind of working as a contractor. I was doing a lot of remodeling projects, and actually I got to work with my dad a lot during that time, which was really fun. But after Will was born, I just kind of took a step back. Actually, I say that he was probably like 5 when I decided, okay, it's time to do something a little bit different. So I kind of pushed that to the back burner, and I started selling LuLaRoe clothing. So ran a little in-home boutique, and I still have that going. I do that very part-time as my schedule allows, because I also homeschool Will now for the last 2 years. Has been 2 years or 3 years? 2 years. It's feeling like 3. And my husband, I was like, what was the other part of the question? I forgot. Tyler, my husband, he is in real estate development. So I always joke and laugh that he's the evil developer, but truly that has been his job. He's always working on something fun. That's actually how we met. So I was quizzing him about a neighborhood he was building, and they were doing a designer show house, and so that's how we started talking. Kind of funny. Then that led to a lot of other conversation, obviously. Which led to us never parting again. Okay, so that's all our questions.
That's it.
That's it. But we want to do a giveaway because we want to say thank you so much to all of you lovely ladies who have subscribed to our channel and who have loved on us.
Yes,
and
everyone's been so kind, and I feel like we've been here forever. It's only been 4 or 5 videos now, and y'all are very welcoming to us all in the community, so we're thankful for that. So
we are, and we have something super fun we want to give away. And Did we think of how we're going to give these away?
Well, I think we were going to
Should we
say you leave
show-
a comment. Yeah, we'll
Should we
show
show
it.
them what we're going to give away? I'm gonna actually stand up so I can get close. Because we had, well, and I may have to pop a picture in. We'll see. We'll see how good this shows up. But how stinking cute is this? We have a sweet friend, Stephanie Racine, made us. Did I say her name right?
Hi, Stephanie. She is the
She
New
is
England Stitcher.
The New England Stitcher made us these amazing Needleminders. How stinking cute is that? So it says, it's all y'all. Has a truck on it, and it says the Sassy Southern Stitchers on the tailgate. So stinking cute, and we are eternally grateful to you for designing these for us. And since then, Stephanie has actually also started her own floss tube.
Yes,
so
she just has her first one up, so go check that out
the
at the
New England Stitcher.
And she's a lot of fun. She's
And-
very bubbly.
You can also follow her on Instagram, the New England Stitcher.
Yeah.
She I don't know, is she going to put these up for sale?
I'm not sure we need to ask her that, but we're going to give 10 away.
She made us a bunch. So
Yeah.
we're going to share them with you. We're going to give 10 away. 10! That's a lot. So, what shall they comment below to enter to win a Needleminder?
So, tell us what your new rewind.
New.
Tell us what your New Year's Eve plans are, or New Year's Day stitching plans.
Oh,
and
good one.
throw in the word Needleminder in there somewhere, somehow.
I
Any
love
which
it.
way.
I love a good Needleminder.
Yeah.
There's an idea for you. Well, while we're on that topic, what are your New Year's plans? Are you doing 12 by 12?
I'm not. I talked to Teresa, the garden goose, earlier today on the phone, and I was telling her that I don't think I'm going to do 12 by 12 just because I want to get everything ready for Stitch Away, and I feel like that's just too much going on. So I'm just going to stitch. She and I were going to stitch the, I forget the name of the chart. Brenner Gervais with the snowmen, Brrr,
Something
winter
that's cold
party,
outside?
something that's cold outside. Yeah. Anyway,
Something,
we're going to stitch that in January, so I'm
something.
just going to start at New Year's Eve and go ahead and get that going since I already have it kitted. What about you?
So, I already started the outline for the Gilmore girls, the Gilmoreisms. That's a mystery sal from Forbidden Fiber Co. But the first chart comes out for New Year's, so I'm definitely going to stitch that. So I'm assuming they're going to be sayings, and the boxes just kind of look like little picture frames. Here, let me grab it real quick since we're talking about it. I think I have it out. What do I do with it?
I'm
Throw
sure
it
my
over
kids
here.
are going to want food and stuff to eat, so I'll probably cook some fun things.
Black-eyed peas?
Well, yeah, black-eyed peas and cabbage, of course, but Cutter always likes my red beans and rice, so I may make a big bowl of that since it's been pretty cold outside. Aren't those beautiful?
Fun floss, and they all have really cute names from the show. So Troubadour.
I've only seen a handful. I probably like a season and a half of Gilmore Girls. It's just not, it just doesn't keep me.
It doesn't entertain you.
Yeah.
Loose floorboard. Wookie. Trying to remember what. Dark roast is the main color. She's all about coffee. Oh, and I got a
That's
Luke's
pretty.
Needleminder. So there's just little blocks. So all the sayings will go in there. But I think it'll be super fun. And this is my first mystery stitch along type project. So hopefully I can keep up with it. We'll see. I'm definitely doing that on New Year's. I don't know about New Year's Eve. I haven't decided about 12 by 12. We were talking about 24 and 24, and I just don't have my head on straight yet. I did write down more than 24 projects, though.
I definitely have more than 24 for 24, but
I want to stitch.
I'm really excited to try to complete as many as those. Clear the tote, but we'll talk about that on the
clear
next
the
video.
tote
I'm gonna bring my
plans.
tote. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to do some finishing. That's a big one on my list.
I probably watched some floss tubes. I need to catch up. I want to watch Helen D's 24 plan video.
There's so many good videos
are.
in Flosstubers now. I watched a few over the last few days. I did catch Stephanie's video this
I
morning.
need to watch that. I need to catch up on Sarah Stitchy Spot, who was previously Stitchy Friends. I need to catch up on Sarah's videos.
I watched hers, the one where she showed all her whips.
There's a lot out there I need to catch up on.
I know.
So I'll probably have some good downtime. It's been cool here, so I want to bundle up in my chair and just stitch.
It's actually been cool. Yeah, it's cold is what she means. We can use that word.
Been, like I said, y'all have all been so great, but we've had a lot of mentions also in Flosstubes.
Speaking of Flosstubes.
So we just want to give a shout out to those sweet ladies and who have shouted us out. Jessica from the Sweetwater Stitcher, she's got lots of Flosstubes to go check out. So if you're looking for things to watch on during your downtime, here's a couple that you can check out. The Sable Stitchers, they're always so fun. They've given us a shout out a couple times now, and their videos, they have lots of pretty stitching to share. The Harbor Stitcher, Jen, she's got some videos.
I know, so many I want to watch.
We met this lady at the Jingle Ball when we were to Jingle Ball, but World on a String by Dara, sorry, my handwriting's bad. I knew that. She is a pattern designer, and she just showed in her Flosstube this cute little candy cane Ferris wheel pattern that she designed. It's really cute, but she's got a lot of patterns, so go check her out. And she's got, I believe she has a website she sells her patterns on. Sarah Stitchy Spot.
You just said that one. Yeah. But you're saying it again because she gave us a shout out.
Sarah Stitchery. There's two, so I'm going to get those confused.
Oh.
Sarah Stitchery, who was Stitchy Friends, and then Sarah Stitchy Spot.
Oh, gotcha.
So my bad, sorry. But Sarah Stitchery, her husband wrote and performed her intro, and it's so cute and fun. And I thought, boy, Corey and Tyler missed the mark on recording our intro.
Oh, don't. Have you heard my husband sing?
All the time.
Please do not tell him to make us an intro song, or it will be all I hear for months.
Another mention, Amanda with Starlight Stitching Co. She has lovely clutches and totes and project bags. Check her out. I actually have purchased a couple of her things, and she does really nice work. Her floss tubes are fun. She shows a lot of good stitching on there. She has birdhouse patterns that she puts out every month. She does a birdhouse pattern, and I think for that month it's free, and then after that I think they're $5, but they're really cute.
I love some birdhouses.
They are really cute. I have 4 or 5 of them that I've saved that I want to stitch. So
I have birdhouses all along my fence over here on the
well, you need
side.
those patterns.
I do.
And then last but not least, Cross Stitch the Globe, the sisters, Allison and Stephanie. They're a lot of fun. They have a lot of fun topics to talk about. I was watching their Flosstube number 3 yesterday, and they were talking about frames and hoops and giving some information on that. And I was thinking, man, I'm glad I stitch in hand, because some of those frames they were talking about that were worth hundreds and some thousands. Some of the older ones, I was thinking, my word, that's like a collection. I would never want to touch them.
It is a collection all on its own.
That's blows my mind.
I am so distracted by the Christmas tree. If you guys are wondering why I keep looking over there, I'm enamored with it. I don't think I've sat and looked at it much the last few weeks, but I keep seeing my Stitch Away ornament.
I was just fixing to say, I see the Houston Woods Lodge ornament.
That's so cute. So, is that it?
I believe so.
We're going to do a regular Flosstube, you said next week sometime?
I believe on the 4th. I have treatment on the 3rd, so hopefully on the 4th, if everything goes well, then...
what day is that?
I believe it's a Thursday.
Thursday? Okay. Look at me writing it down.
You
guys, if I don't write it down.
Yeah, same. Alexis came and talked to me in my bathroom this morning as I was getting ready and told me she was leaving to go to her appointment. And then I did whatever and came out, and then she was changing clothes, and I was like, where are you going? She's like, to my appointment. I'm like, I'm sorry. My mind is just
she wasn't
everywhere.
Listening to anything you said.
I don't know.
You've had a day.
She and Becca got to talking about food, and my mind, I don't even know. So
it went some other way. Went some other way.
Yeah.
My mind stays
somewhere
else.
I guess that's it. Y'all, thank you for letting us pop in. Hopefully, y'all enjoy this cute little Q&A.
Hope you had a great Christmas and Happy New Year to you.
And we'll see y'all Next week, Happy New Year.
Bye.
Bye.